Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about notes. Handwritten often very confusing, right? Because I think notes are the first and most important thing before starting any kind of preparation, be it your entrance exams or your school or college level exams. Also, it's very important that you make your notes as crisp as possible because how vast your notes are, that is not important at all. In fact, how many times you're going to revise your notes and the quality of your revision is what matters the most. So, let's see if I can help you in taking your decision. Before starting the video, one thing I want to mention that whatever you are opting for, whether it is handwritten notes or the printed notes, important is to read that, to study your material. For your ease, I have divided my video into two parts. Firstly, the handwritten notes, and secondly, the printed notes. The timings of each have been mentioned in the video as well as in the description box. Let's begin with handwritten notes. Firstly, the pros. First point, and the most important point, is that it's self made. What I mean is that you're the one who have taken the notes in your own language and you've just jotted down the topic in the way your brain has interpreted it. Thus, it makes it very easier for you to memorize and recollect it later. Second point is visual memory because you're taking more time to create your own handwritten notes than printed notes. So, this creates a kind of visual memory in your brain, actually, a better visual memory in your brain. Third point is read one. Read one, as you know, is very important during your preparation time, but we do not realize while taking down the notes that while taking the notes, we're actually understanding the topic and just writing it down in the notes. These acts as a read one. Obviously, we have to give another revision after the lecture is over, but this actually is a boon in disguise that acts as a read one, a better read one. Fourth point is it's easier to find out topics. Why I say this? Because when you have completed taking your notes, you exactly know which topics you have taken notes and which topics you haven't, which topics are pending. And if you have taken down certain topics in your notes, you know where you have those topics, whether in the first part of your copy or second part of your copy, or in which chapter you have taken those topics. So it's easier to find out the topics. Fifth point is for those who have this hobby of buying stationaries. Basically, for those who love taking notes, this kind of gives an extra satisfaction for them. Sixth point is about good notes. Why taking good notes are important? Because suppose you have taken a Xerox copy of your friend's notes and you can just see black and white notes which are written in a very unorganized manner. I'm sure you're going to feel asleep within 2 hours of studying those copy of notes. But if you have a colorful organized notes, not necessarily with colorful pictures, but at least the headings are written in bold or colorful manner and in an organized manner, most important, it multiplies your interest of studying. Just try this out and thank me later. This works. Handwritten notes also has some disadvantages. Firstly, the most important drawback is that it's very time consuming. These days, it has become a trend that you never know your date of exam. It may get preponed, it may get postponed. In this scenario, you cannot afford losing 6 months of your time in just taking down notes, especially if you're planning to take notes and then prepare within 1 year of time. Secondly, what about the incomplete notes? Because I know we do not always have the patience to complete every video of every subject. So some of us may take the live classes, but it's very common to miss the classes because of duties or any other work. The most common among these is getting sleepy during the post lunch sessions or during long video hours, and these all things ends up creating blank patches in our notes, and then it's again a cumbersome task to recover those blank areas from your friend's notebook or visiting the video again. Third point is about the handwriting. This happens with me so many times because sometimes if I forget to revise my notes and then I open my notes after 1 week, then I cannot understand my own handwriting. While discussing handwritten notes, an important point that is emerging nowadays is about the mode, whether pen on paper or tablet. Which one is better to use? Let's discuss the points of each. For paper, it's very easy to use, or that is a traditional method that you have used since our childhood. But for tablets, it may be very easy for the techie, but for people like us, you may find it very difficult during the starting. Then paper is very easy to carry. I mean, you can have a copy and you can carry it anywhere you like because it's not fragile, or you can use it roughly anywhere you like. But for tablet, it's difficult to carry, mostly because it's very fragile and you need to take good care of it. You need to carry a special bag for your tablet so that it doesn't get any scratch or it doesn't break. Fourth point is that when you're using pen and paper, you can give your entire concentration to taking notes only. But for tab, you may end up getting distracted because in tab you have the access of social media, of YouTube, of games. The next points are kind of an advantage for the tabs because tabs have beautiful features to make your notes very beautiful, colorful, tidy. But that is not the case with the pen and paper because for making beautiful notes, you need to carry paper along with that, multiple colored pens, highlighters, sticky notes, etc. etc. Next, corrections in pen and paper becomes very untidy because when you cut, scratch, your notes become very dirty. But that is not the case with tab. You can just erase and get clean, tidy notes. Last point is that there is no zoom option in your copies, of course, but there is zoom in option available in the tablets. Suppose you have written something very in small letters, you can just zoom in and just check it out.